There could be some stormy weather in Washington, not from Mother Nature, but from lawmakers on Capitol Hill. The deadline to raise the nation's debt ceiling is this Friday. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew warned today that time is running out. He says that with tax refunds starting to go out, his office will run out of what he calls extraordinary measures to keep the government open for business by the end of this month if Congress doesn't lift the nation's borrowing limit.
And at the beginning of tax filing season, tax refunds result in net cash flows that deplete borrowing capacities very quickly. We now forecast that we're likely to exhaust these measures by the end of the month.
A temporary suspension of the debt limit was passed by Congress last year, but that expires this Friday. John Harwood joins us now from Washington. John, let me just begin by asking you about, how investors are going to respond to all of this stuff going on in Washington. Up until now, there was this feeling like we don't have to worry. There's going to be a bipartisan agreement and all of that. But now with this huge sell-off going on Wall Street, is this debt limit going to be another headache?
Susie, I think investors should watch and monitor. I don't think there's reason yet to be overly concerned about this for the simple reason that Republicans, who have the ones been holding up the debt limit in the past, realized that that is something that could hurt them politically. They're heading into an election year in which things are otherwise looking good. They don't want to get in the way of their own good news. So I think it is likely that this gets resolved in a non-crisis atmosphere.
So the damsel will be taken off the railroad tracks one more time. But what is the nature of the solution there? Are they going to give, are the Republicans going to give a blank check to the debt limit raise or what?
I think the nature of the solution, Tyler, is not exactly a blank check. It revolves around something that makes Republicans feel like they can tell their conservative base that we got some sort of concession. A year ago at this time, it was no budget, no pay. If the Senate doesn't pass a budget, they won't get paid. Of course, they did, and everybody forgot about that issue. So it's a matter of coming up with some fig leaf for the Speaker to be able to tell conservatives, I got the best we could, but let's focus on the things that we think work for us, like Obamacare, not go back into that debt limit mess.
So if everything goes according to plan, what is the timetable here?
Well, as you noted, the debt limit, we hit it on Friday. Then you have extraordinary measures. But because the government's going to be paying so much in tax refunds, there isn't the length of time that members have become used to. They've become used to this dragging on for months past the date. Now, the economy is fairly strong at the moment, so that could provide some additional cushion. But right now, Jack Lew is saying by the end of this month, by the end of February, and so that's the target that they've all got to shoot for right now.
So another countdown for us to keep track of. Thank you so much, John. John Harwood reporting from Washington.